What is up, guys? I'm back here with another testing video. I already made a GTA 4 testing video, but I have now the new FusionFix installed and I would like to see how it performs, what's the difference between the vanilla version and the FusionFix version. You can check out my older video that I made about GTA 4 and the Steam Deck, and you can that way kind of have an idea what's the actual difference as far as visual and stuff like that, performance and things like that. I'm gonna be running it with 9 watts of TDP, and I'm gonna also disable the frame limit, because it's not really beneficial in GTA 4. So we have like a 60 Hz frame lock, but that shouldn't really cause any issues. So these are like the settings that I can like show you here on the display section. We have some new stuff here. Motion blur always turned off. I don't really like that thing. And the tree lighting, as you can see, we can check on either PC, console, or PC plus. I am gonna check on console on both sides of here, and then we're gonna just pretty much move on to the graphics section. Relatively high settings, and we have a VSync enabled over here, like frame limit 60 FPS. These things that you can see over here: volumetric fog, sun shafts, extended sunlight reach, tone mapping, shadow filter. These are like new FusionFix stuff in there. We are enabling all of these settings. I'm not gonna touch all the textures and everything. We're gonna see later on the video if we actually need to like decrease some of the settings. So I'm actually surprised how well this one actually looks. Alright, we'll have this screen here because my saves are simply just not being ported. I don't know why. It shows that I'm not signed into my Rockstar Games account, but I am, so it just probably happens because I have this FusionFix mod installed, but it's relatively easily fixable. Alright, so we instantly are not reaching the 60s. We're in the 40s. I think this some of the settings are like a bit more demanding, because as far as I can remember, I made the test on the vanilla version of GTA 4 while running my Steam Deck on 8 watts of TDP, and I had like, I think, better frames. Or maybe it's because, you know, it depends where I am actually. We're gonna see. But there are actually a lot of bug fixes and all these other things that come alongside FusionFix. So it's actually, this is the intended way to play the game nowadays on PC, because we all know that the PC port is notorious when it comes to like optimization. Even though the PC port got like a update way back in 2020, not much has been fixed actually, to be honest. They just pulled it off the Steam store, also the Rockstar store, and they just updated some things, removed a lot of old music. But as far as game fixes and improvements, not much did like happen. I love this, I don't know, sun shafts or what is this? It adds a bit like of a different vibe to the game, and it actually suits the game quite a lot. As far as frame rate goes, we are kinda in between. Sometimes we are reaching like 60s, then we once again go into the 40s, so it's a bit like inconsistent. What I'm gonna try to like lower the settings a little bit, maybe if that actually does anything. Reflection on medium, water on medium, to see if that actually improves anything. It's hard to tell, like as far as right now, just as I said, the frame rates are like kind of inconsistent. We are like jumping all the way from the 40s to the 60s, which is a bit like weird to me. I could potentially increase my TDP limit, and I really don't think that we're gonna see anything. Like, I'm currently running on 10 watts, and as far as performance, I really don't see any benefits at all. I can be technically pumping it up to 11 watts. You can already hear the fans are rambling up, quite noisy, as you can hear. Would not really recommend to play that way, so I'm just gonna turn it back to 9 watts. 9 watts is the sweet spot as far as not having a loud Steam Deck overall. Now the frame rates, just as I mentioned before, they are kinda in between, like it's jumping here and there, you know, it's not always the 60s. So I mean, it's still the notorious GTA 4 port after all, so like what do you expect? And I guess the Steam Deck doesn't have as much power with all these settings that the FusionFix actually does, I guess. I will also leave a link to the FusionFix guide on how to like install it to your Steam Deck. It's relatively easy, doesn't take more than 5 minutes. But in all honesty, the game has less bugs this way, but also since the Steam Deck doesn't have that much power, we are not really having all that solid frame rate here. Like, I think the vanilla version had more frames, like more consistent 60 frames, but I could be like tripping, you know. You'll have to like check out my video and to like see and compare it for yourself, what you prefer. On the PC side of the things, that's like completely different because you significantly have more power there. So FusionFix is like recommended to anybody who wants to like nowadays enjoy GTA 4 without a lot of problems. The game is like playable in both ways, without and with FusionFix on the Steam Deck, so just, you know, choose yourself. You have to like decide for your own if you want to have all these fixes while losing a bit of performance. Not too much, but you know, still depends like what you prefer. Take care as always, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.